For most metropolitan areas in the country, elevator rescues are a common occurrence, and Murfreesboro is no different.
We go on a lot of calls of people being stuck in elevators, elevators stalling between floors, and having to go and help assist the people in getting out of the elevator and everything. And this gives us a better knowledge of how the elevator works and how to better get them out of the elevator safely.
Captain Burgess, being proactive, engaged with an elevator technician to set up this training.
A lot of fire departments don't do this type of training, but what happened was after we saw a couple of people that we have removed from elevators and stuff, I ran into one of the techs that was working on the elevator at the time and asked him if he wouldn't mind showing us the workings of the elevator and how safely to get people off of it and everything in case they got stalled or mechanical problems or anything like that. And he was more than happy to help us out any way he can.
What makes these elevator rescues challenging is there are lots of different manufacturers.
You have different varieties of them. You have, you have the cable system, you have the hydraulic system, and now they're coming out with a new one that he was just talking about today. That we're going to try to find someone here in Murfreesboro that has one of them, so we can go and get our hands on it and look at it, and that way we're more safely, working around these elevators.
If you've ever been trapped in an elevator, it can feel very uneasy, which can make rescues more challenging.
You have a lot of people that are claustrophobic, so when they get inside of one of them and you have some air moving inside of them from a fan or, that's inside the car itself, but, you can get pretty hot, just inside of a stalled elevator, and like I said, a lot of people are claustrophobic and want to get out. Most of the time they call us right off the bat because, you could have a medical emergency going on inside of one, at that given point in time. The courthouse, it has several elevators on it. The new Justice Building here that they just built, they have 4 elevators within it. Anything right now that most of the time is over 2 or 3 stories is going to have an elevator, and some of them that are 1 and 2 stories has an elevator in them. So it just basically depends on what they put into that building when they build it, but it's up to us to know how to make it work properly.
Not only are there different elevator manufacturers, there are different methods depending on the situation.
There's different ways to get them out, but we want to do it the most safe way. So that's why we were thankful that these professionals came in and were able to work with us on putting stuff together so that we are being safe for the public of Murfreesboro.
Knowing how the elevators work will keep them from having to tear into the elevator and causing expensive bills for businesses.
A lot of it's how the doors function, how they open and how they close, so that way we're not damaging the door, so that when we're done the doors will close and you have no access to the shaft that the elevator's in. Especially on hydraulics, lower it all the way down to the bottom floor and remove the people from it, so that way you don't have to worry about it moving. So we're working on different techniques, and so that no matter what we come across, we can be safe for the public and for us while we're trying to get them out of the elevator. Because if we damage that door, we're not preserving property, which is one of the main things for firefighters to do. We're causing damage and causing an expense on that building person that owns the building, and we don't want to do that. We want to do it without causing the public any more money than what we have to. We're here for the public. We're here for the people of Murfreesboro. We're here to give them the best service possible, and by doing training like this right here, it really helps the people of Murfreesboro out.